These are my fried pork chops and gravy. Stick around and I'll show you how I made them. Hello, YouTube friends. Tonight we are going to fry some pork chops. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these little pork chops. They're pork loin, so they don't have no bone. You see, they're very thin. There's not much to them. And what I have here is I have 1 egg with about 1/4 to maybe 1/2 cup of milk. And I have some just plain flour in a bowl. And we're just going to dip our pork chop in the egg mixture. And then we're going to dip it in the flour mixture. Yeah, a little more flour than that. We want some breading on this now. And then we'll lay it over here and do our next piece. We've got 8 of these to do. It's been a beautiful day in Alabama today. The temperature was over 70 degrees on February the 1st. It was sunny, it was pretty. But unfortunately in Alabama, pretty weather in the wintertime means tornadoes in the next when it starts turning cold again. So they are predicting bad weather for us on Tuesday night into Wednesday. But one thing I have to be thankful for is I live in my RV. And as a perk of living in my RV, I have a generator. So as long as my RV doesn't get blown away, and I hope that it doesn't, I do have a safe spot to go though. As long as everything goes okay with it, then I will have power. So I can cook that jambalaya. If you can't tell, my schedule this week got messed up because I was not supposed to be making these until Thursday night. But the man said that he wanted pork chops now. So, he's a pretty good little fella, so we'll let him have some pork chops. I'm going to finish getting these all breaded up. And when I get done, I'm not going to throw this flour away. I'm going to hang on to it. Because once we get through frying our pork chops, he's going to want some gravy to go on them. So, we're going to make gravy. And my oil is over there heating up now. So, we're getting close. I got 2 more to go. And the next thing I think I'm going to cook for y'all is going to be that dirty rice jambalaya that he likes. Because if he thinks it's good, it must be okay. And y'all might like it too. So we'll have another little video on that. There we go. And one last one. Now once I get all these over here on my plate, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them with some salt and some pepper, because really that's all they really need. Okay, time to wash my hands. Hang on. Man, this batter is really hard to get off your fingers, so if you've got long fingernails, mine aren't that long, but they're long enough they get stuff up under them. Okay. Let's see if my if my oil is ready. Nope, not quite. We'll be back when my oil is ready. If it The trick to that is if you thunk some water in there off your hands and it does not sizzle, then it is not hot. So we'll be right back when the oil gets ready. Okay, here we go. Got my oil ready. Here, I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like when it's ready. So I got just a little bit of water on my fingers, and that means it's ready. Okay, let's put these in here and get them started. Grab my handy dandy tongs, move them around just a little bit, and make as much room as I can, because not all 8 of these are going to fit in here at one time. Probably going to have to do a couple of batches. We'll save those last 2. And they're going to sit there and bubble away. We're going to give these about 4 minutes on each side. I'm probably going to speed y'all up right about here and let this get on close to being done. And we're going to give them a flip now. Cook a little on that other side. These in the middle are cooking quicker than the ones on the edge, I guess because they're getting more heat. Which is okay. We can move them around. I don't want to move them until that crust has time to form on the bottom. Alright, that is smelling pretty good. So we're going to take those off. Oops. That one does not want me to pick it up. There we go. Yeah, look at those. Don't those look yummy? Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to pour off all but about 3 tablespoons of that grease. And then we have about 3 tablespoons left. And we have about 3 tablespoons of that flour left over. So we are going to create a nice brown roux to make our gravy with. Just let that brown up real quick. Got my handy dandy spatula there. And we want this roux to be nice and brown. So we're going to let that flour cook until it takes on the right color. And in order to make good gravy, you have to be very patient about stirring. You have to stir a lot. And it's going to have all those nice little drippings in there from our pork chops. You see the little pieces in there, the darker pieces? That is what you're looking for. That looks like a piece of pork chop that fell off. Alright, stir, stir, stir. Don't quit stirring. Alright, it's starting to look really good. Alright, so I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to grab my milk. And we're just going to start pouring the milk in. And I'm going to add it slow. I should let that gravy get just a little bit darker. And keep adding gravy. Keep adding milk to our gravy. Making our gravy. Okay, and that's looking about right. Okay, folks, that was about a cup and a half of milk. Maybe just a tiny bit less. And we have gravy. We'll just let that thicken up real quick while I grab a bowl to pour it into. Thicken up just a little. And we have gravy. I'm going to take this over here and pour it so I don't wind up spilling it and burning myself. Okay, and we'll show it to you once we get it all plated up. And there it is. And because you know that we couldn't just have fried pork chops for dinner, I opened a can of green beans and I whipped up some Betty Crocker out of a box scallop potatoes, and that is dinner.